Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Luke Malski, and I'm here with my wife, Nicole, in the back, and we're with Grand Rapids Compost. The problem is that too much food waste ends up in a landfill. In Michigan, about 19% of landfill waste is recoverable food waste, and the residential sector is the largest contributor. That food waste emits over 11 million metric tons of CO2 in our state every year, which is equivalent to nearly 2.4 million passenger vehicles, and much of it could easily be composted. But innovative and convenient solutions are still lacking. So we're launching a new curbside residential food waste collection service in the Grand Rapids area. I got started in composting around 2007 when I was trying to find natural ways to amend poor quality soil for gardening in a backyard of a house that we had just moved into in Pasadena, California. I stumbled across a website about worm composting, and after a crash course, got my hands on some worms and started a bin in the garage. After a little trial and error, I was actually able to compost all my kitchen scraps and breed the worms in the process. One bin turned into two, and eventually the worms moved with us across the country to our hometown in Grand Rapids, Michigan. Then in 2010, we started a produce farm called Reformation Growers, and we needed as much compost as possible to amend soil for production. So I began sourcing food waste from a small health food store I was selling produce to in the coffee shop next door. Then a bakery down the street, then a microbrewery and a restaurant. And one chef told another, and before long, I was hauling a trailer load of food waste out of the city every single week. And all that was going to a landfill before I came along. The worms went from the basement to the garage to the yard to a vacant lot, and ultimately to a 3-acre parcel of agricultural land that I'm leasing from my family's generational farm. We began selling worms and compost at a farmer's market, and eventually they became the flagship product of our farm. Then COVID hit, and most of the food retailers went out of business, and I lost nearly all my sources. I began composting for another company doing residential food waste collection, and composted their waste for nearly 2 years while they sorted out zoning issues for their site. But once they were set up, the inputs dropped off again. Currently, we have a fully functional composting site with 2 tractors, a screener, a rainwater collection system, and we raise pigs and use them to help turn the piles. But at this point, all this infrastructure and experience is very underutilized. So we are separating the compost out of the rest of the farm and into its own LLC, and rebranding it as Grand Rapids Compost as we launch this new service. Over the course of our tenure, we've seen the culture change, not just in Grand Rapids, but around the country. There's a growing demand for food waste recycling, and the market is very underserved. In our area, there's 2 other companies that offer this service, and both of them are NextCycle alumni and friends of ours, and we've worked together since the beginning to collaborate and collectively build a scene and a market for this service in our area. And their success is a testament to the viability of this business. We're located in Kent County, which aims to cap all their landfills and reduce total landfill waste by 90% by 2030. There's an imminent need for solutions in our area, and the market is very underserved. There's nearly 260,000 households in Kent County, and less than 2% of them are currently subscribing to curbside collection services. There's a vast untapped market and a growing awareness. Eventually, we believe a food waste can will be as commonplace as a trash and recycling can. We have a functional site, a history of experience, and a strong presence in the community. We have a solid plan to move forward, and we'll work with Eagle to acquire the licensing that we need as we grow and expand, but we need your help to gain exposure. We're looking to connect with community groups and neighborhood associations, public works staff, and municipalities in the greater Grand Rapids area. As we grow, there will also be a need to fund additional equipment purchases. Our most pressing need will be for a compost turner. We're looking at a PTO tractor attachment made by Frontier Industrial and designed for small-scale composters, but we'll also need additional hauling equipment such as a EV truck and a dump trailer. We're seeking grant opportunities to fund these equipment purchases. With our history and experience, we have what it takes to become a viable enterprise. We just need your help to develop our subscriber base and acquire the necessary equipment to actually start making a dent in the food waste problem in Kent County and become a solution for landfill reduction. Are you ready to partner with us as we start this new service and turn food waste into black gold. Thanks.